In a time long forgotten, in a village crowded by the great African wilderness, lived three friends who were as close as brothers. Their names were Odongo, Amani, and Chuma. These young men had grown up together, sharing in each other's joys and sorrows, bound by a friendship that seemed unbreakable. But as we shall soon see, even the strongest bonds can be shattered by the poison of jealousy. Odongo, the oldest, was known for his wisdom and gentle nature. Amani, the second, was admired for his strength and bravery, and always quick to defend the weak, while Chuma, the youngest, was celebrated for his charm and intelligence and the ability to solve any problem that came his way. Together, they were the pride of the village, their bond a symbol of unity and trust. One evening, as the three friends sat by the riverside, Odogo shared he had a vision of great treasure hidden deep within the forest. This treasure, Odongo said, was not just gold or jewels, but something far more valuable. It was a treasure that could bring prosperity to their village and ensure their place in history. Anami and Chuma listened intently, their eyes wide with wonder. The thought of finding such a treasure filled their hearts with excitement. But as they talked late into the night, a shadow of envy began to creep into the heart of Chuma. As days passed, Chuma's envy grew. He began to see Odongo and Amani not as friends, but as rivals. He believed that with the treasure, he could become the most powerful man in the village, perhaps even a king. But to do that, he had to get rid of his friends. The serpent of jealousy had unfortunately coiled itself around Chuma's heart, whispering dark thoughts into his ears. Driven by his dark desires, Chuma sought out a village herbalist known for her knowledge of deadly plants and poison, and under the cover of the night, Chuma asked her for a potion that would kill his friends without leaving a trace. The herbalist, though suspicious of Chuma's intentions, handed him a vial of poison, warning him that once the deed was done, there was no turning back. Chuma took the vial, his mind set on his treacherous plan. He would poison Odongo and Amani and claim the treasure for himself and finally step out of the shadows. By this time, the serpent had fully taken hold of his heart. With the dawn of a new day, the friends set out on their journey. The forest was thick with foreboding and towering trees that blocked out the sun, and a silence that pressed upon them like a weight. But they pressed on, driven by the promise of the treasure. Yet, while Odongo and Amani were focused on their quest, Chuma's thoughts were consumed by his deadly plan. As night fell, the friends made camp, lighting a fire to keep the darkness at bay. They laughed, talked, and their spirits were high despite the challenges of the day. To celebrate their progress, Chuma prepared a special drink, one that would bring them closer to the treasure. But as he poured the drinks, he added the poison to Odongo and Amani's cup, and his heart pounding with anticipation as he watched his friends joyfully take the drink. The two friends drank deeply, unaware of the betrayal that had been set in motion. Chuma watched, his eyes narrowing as he waited for the poison to take effect. But as the minutes passed, something strange happened. Instead of weakening them, Odongo and Amani seemed to grow stronger, their spirits even more lifted. Chuma's confidence began to waver as he realized something was wrong. The poison had failed. Panic gripped him as he tried to understand what had happened. And then, without warning, Odongo and Amani turned to him, their expression serious. Chuma, Odongo said, his voice calm but firm. We know what you have done. We know of the poison you put in our drinks. Chuma's heart stopped. How could they have known? He had been so careful, so secretive, but before he could speak, Amani continued, his voice tinged with sorrows. We have always known of your heavy Chuma, but we never thought you would go this far. As Chuma sat in stunned silence, Odongo explained how they had discovered his plan. The herbalist, suspicious of Chuma's request, had warned them of his intentions. She had given them an antidote to counteract the poison, ensuring they would survive Chuma's treachery. They had hoped their bond of friendship would be enough to turn Chuma from his dark paths, but they were wrong. Overcome with guilt and fear, Chuma tried to flee, but the forest had other plans. The trees seemed to close in on him, the branches twisting and reaching out like the arms of vengeful spirits. The hair grew thick, and the ground beneath his feet became treacherous. No matter which way he turned, he found himself trapped, the forest refusing to let him escape. Dongo and Amani, though hurt by Chuma's betrayal, could not bring themselves to harm him. They watched as the forest claimed Chuma, the spirit of their ancestors, passing judgment on the man who had once been their brother. In the end, it was not their hands that punished Chuma, but the very land he sought to betray. As the first light of dawn broke through the trees, Odongo and Amani turned their backs on the forest, leaving behind the man who had once been their friend. The journey they had started as three ended as two, but their bond, now forged in fire, was stronger than ever. They returned to the village, not with treasure, but with a story of how jealousy can turn even the closest of friends into enemies, and how the serpent among us can be more dangerous than the beast in the wild. The tale of Odongo, Amani, and Chuma became a lesson for all who heard it, a reminder that trust once broken can never be truly mended. And as the years passed by, the story of the serpent among them was told and retold, a warning to those who let envy take roots in their hearts. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the hearts of betrayal and power of true friendship. Until next time, may your heart be free of jealousy and may your friendships remain strong. If you have loved this tale, please like, share, and subscribe for more captivating African